Hey guys, this is Rod Young. I'm coming back to you about these trips that I'm taking. I'm currently in Miami, Florida, and the last video I talked about Little Haiti. I took a drive over there. Amazing neighborhood, very, very beautiful place. It has some of the best food. I went to a restaurant called Chef Creole, and great, amazing oxtails there. And I normally don't get oxtails, but had to get them, and they were incredible, worth it. They were worth it. So then I got a chance to look at some of the area. Beautiful people, beautiful architecture, beautiful houses that had graffiti on some of the areas, and it was just a great day. Today I'm going to talk about this video. I'm going to talk about Key Biscayne. I actually drove to Key Biscayne, and I believe it was Highway 913 that takes you south of Miami to Key Biscayne. The goal was to go see this Cape Florida Lighthouse. It's a historic lighthouse they have there. It's in the Bill Baggs State Park, and that was the plan. So I got in my car, left the hotel, got on 913, and made a pit stop at this. It's called Virginia Keys. I was hungry, so I decided to go to a restaurant called what was it? Whiskey Joe's Bar and Grill. It was the food was incredible. Got there, a lot of people on the road, so it was kind of hard to get over, but I got to the actual restaurant, and let me tell you, it's next door to a marina. So when you go, you can actually go inside the restaurant, get a table outside, which is what I did, and it's covered, and you can sit and just people watch. And that's pretty much what I did. I sat there, I think I had a daiquiri, and just sat there and watched them. I live near a lake in Atlanta, Lake Lanier, and I've never seen, they have these forklifts that actually go to the dock and lift these boats out of the water, or put them in the water. I've seen those before, but I have never seen a forklift this large. And I'm sitting there eating. I think I had a grouper sandwich, and it was incredible food at Whiskey Joe's. But I'm sitting out there watching this, and they're going back and forth, and I am seeing some of the largest boats that I've ever seen get lifted out of the bay, and taken up and then placed in storage. And I'm a nerd. I get that. And but the physics of leverage, all that stuff intrigues me. It excites me. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why, but it does. So after I ate, I actually went down to the dock, and I started talking to the people there, just trying to ask them questions. And from what I was told, the boats that I was seeing lifted out they called them baby boats. And I mean, some of these things were like 30, 45 feet boats. But what they were telling me is every boat that was docked outside in the water that wasn't in storage, everyone that we could see could be placed in storage. And I'm looking out there, and I am seeing some huge boats. So just incredible the way these forklifts can just go down underneath the water and then spread and then lift these boats up. So I just sat there and watched the whole thing. And y'all do this all day? All day. And you say you can get any of these boats out here up? So have you ever dropped one?
Yeah.
Really? Just splash back in the water, right? Never like, okay. The interesting thing is, these things are so big, they shake the ground and set off car alarms. That was incredible, seeing those boats get lifted up and you know, being stored. Hey guys, I am in Key Biscayne, Florida, right outside of Miami. I went to Whiskey Jack's and had some food and sat there and watched the boats. They say the best day in a man's life is when he buys a boat. And the second day, best day in a man's life is when he sells that same boat. So I finished eating, watched the boats. I left Whiskey Joe's and I decided to keep on, head out to the, try to get to the Lighthouse. So I'm driving. Key Biscayne is beautiful. You got water on both sides of the bridge. You see some of the largest boats. I could have sworn I saw Steve Jobs' boat out there in the water. I looked like, I've seen pictures of it, and it was huge. This thing was incredibly huge. So you know, if they're out there, that, you know, if his wife is out there in the boat, they're out there in the boat. But beautiful area. So got to the park, and the state park. It's Bill Baggs State Park, and it's $8 to get in per carload. And got in, drove, and I parked as close to the lighthouse as I could. But when I got out, it was just so beautiful. Everything was just incredible. I walked. I took a back way to the lighthouse. From what I was told, I should have been in another parking area, and it would have gotten me closer to the lighthouse. But I actually parked. I went as far as I could, and then I had to end up walking back to get to the lighthouse. Fine with me. I got a chance to talk to some of the people there, and you know, there was a lot of people out there fishing, and of course nobody was catching anything, but you know, there were a lot of people out there, and I would pretty much ask anyone that I saw, "You catching anything?" "Nope, not today." One guy says, "No, I'm not catching anything. The only thing I caught was COVID." So I kind of walked away from him and kept moving. But yeah, it was really, really cool. Enjoyed that, and then walked. I got to a point where I could see the lighthouse, and it's a really beautiful lighthouse. It's a very historic lighthouse, and not for all of the best reasons in the world. I think what happened was back in the 1800s, when the Confederacy was fighting, the Seminole Indians and some of the slaves would actually go as far south as they could, and then some of the captains of some boats would actually take them from Key Biscayne and carry them to the Bahamas, where they could remain free. The area was incredible, and you know, I can imagine, you know, the Indians were always there, and I can imagine, you know, them living there in peace. And but it was just an amazing place, and you could kind of feel the history. You could kind of feel you were walking in the past of some of the people who lived there thousands of years ago, and it was a connection there. It was a beautiful, beautiful place. The sunset, you know, I didn't get a chance to see the entire sunset, but it was just amazing scenery. And this is a short video. Again, if you like, I'm going to stop here, but if you like these videos, please like and subscribe, button down below.